evolution of the mind is the true wealth.
The false seems to be true, as long as we do not perceive the truth as it is.
Our individuality will increase when we speak, spend money, or do any other work, only for external show-offs.
Yoga cannot become fruitful until we surrender.
Attentiveness or shraddha is the fruit of the merit related to previous births. Lethargy or ashraddha is the fruit of the demerit related to previous births.
We cannot achieve divinity without sacrificing individuality.
Only a jnani or one with self-knowledge is eligible to become a guru.
He is not a guru who swallows your money. He is a guru who swallows your sorrow.
He is a genuine guru who extends his helping hand in overcoming the flaws of our minds.
Guru is the one who constantly desires the welfare of his disciples.
Our ego resembles a pest. Till this pest is completely eradicated, Guru's help is required.
One who introverts our mind is only our true guru.
We can give up the strongest tendencies only by the grace of the guru.
We cannot get released even from a single tendency without the grace of the guru, the grace of God, and self-effort.
Any education without a guru represents a blind education.
Every Sadguru has his own inner circle of devotees. Only they become the descendants of his wealth.
God only exists in the form of a guru. Who is the guru? Only the one who attained self-realization is eligible to be called a guru. A guru is the personification of teaching.
God, guru, and self are the same.
Though iron chains bind our hands, they can be released. However, our relationship with Sadguru can never be broken. It chases us throughout our births.
A ripened disciple gets liberated merely by a single gaze of the Guru.
Narayana is our first and foremost guru. At first, consciousness existed and then came the world.
If anyone genuinely loves God, God himself takes the form of a Sadguru and showers his grace through his teaching.
Sri Ramana said, "The recipient of Sadguru's grace will certainly get liberated."
Our self-effort must ensure that our mind transcends nature.
Self-effort is similar to swimming against the current.
A seeker of truth should not get bothered by his worldly troubles.
Swami Vivekananda said, "The thought of knowing God after all our sorrows subside is as foolish as thinking of taking a bath in an ocean when there are no tides."
We must contemplate upon God as naturally as we inhale air.
As we proceed in our spiritual effort, the desires vanish along with the tendencies.
We must not talk unnecessarily or listen when our fellow men speak unnecessarily.
We must always speak the truth. However, it is better to remain silent if it seems unpleasant to our fellow men.
A seeker of truth silently forbears his hardships.
Silence reduces conflicts and disputes.
Words are insignificant. It is silence that is essential.
If we learn to remain silent, the power of that silence will work on people around us. Such is the power of silence.
Our intellect cannot perceive the power obtained from the silence of Sadguru.
Practicing external silence of the mouth will eventually lead to internal silence of the mind.
Concentration, proficiency, purity, and humility are achieved through silence.
When you speak out or remain mute as required, it is equivalent to silence.
Since the self did not take birth, it will not grow and thereby die. Since the body took birth, it will grow old and thereby die.
We cannot perceive the beauty of the self as long as we are tormented by fear.
Until and unless we transcend the nature-related qualities, self-knowledge cannot be attained.
Renunciation prevents extroversion of the human mind. Such a stilled mind is introverted and made eligible for attaining self-realization through practice.
As darkness disappears with the onset of the external sun, the darkness of ignorance within vanishes by realizing the self.
As the main deity in the temple does not move, his representative, the Utsava Vigraha, is taken out in procession. Similarly, the self is immobile, and its reflection, jiva, is mobile.
Self-knowledge is the kingly science. It is the science of all sciences.
There is nothing in this universe that is more beautiful than the self.
The self does not have any rise and fall. It is only the ego that is subject to rise and fall.
There is no birth and death for self.
Apart from seeking, one should also possess love to attain self-realization.
Build up self-confidence. We must ensure that we do not lose self-confidence at any cost.
It is foolishness to consider the body alone as the self.
It is only to attain the self-realization that practice or self-effort is required.
Self is nameless and formless, but it forms the basis of all names and forms.
Self is devoid of poverty.
Our evil tendencies are the sole cause of our inability to attain self-realization.
As we keep on enjoying the external pleasures, we get frustrated. Irrespective of the number of days or years we experience self, we don't get frustrated. It is because the self alone is everlasting, and the self alone is truth.
Worship, japa, and meditation are required to realize the self, shining within our hearts.
You will attain the immortal state as you keep on contemplating the self.
You are ready to spend any amount of money on rituals, but you are not ready to spend at least 2 minutes on self-enquiry.
గీతలోని మాటంటాది నాన్నగారి నోటంట గీతలోని మాటంటాది నాన్నగారి నోటంట కమ్మని మాటలతో మహా చక్కని సుక్కులతో కమ్మని మాటలతో మహా చక్కని సుక్కులతో గీతలోని సారమంతా చెప్పెనంట నానంట గీతలోని మాటంటాది నాన్నగారి నోటంట గీతలోని మాటంటాది నాన్నగారి నోటంట రమణుడే ఆత్మంట ఆత్మంటే జ్యోతంట రమణుడే ఆత్మంట ఆత్మంటే జ్యోతంట భక్తితోనే కొలువంట జ్ఞానమే దాని మాటంట భక్తితోనే కొలువంట జ్ఞానమే దాని మాటంట నాన్న చెప్పిన వేదమంత భక్తితోనే వినమంట అది రమణ దేవుని ఆత్మరూపమంట గీతలోని మాటంటాది నాన్నగారి నోటంట గీతలోని మాటంటాది నాన్నగారి నోటంట కమ్మని మాటలతో మహా చక్కని సుక్కులతో మాటలతో మహా చక్కని సుక్కులతో గీతలోని సారమంత చెప్పెనంట నానంట గీతలోని మాటంట అది నాన్నగారి నోటంట మనసుతోనే రావాలంట భక్తితోనే చూడాలంట మనసుతోనే రావాలంట భక్తితోనే చూడాలంట ప్రేమతోనే కొలువంట రమణ స్వామిని కనమంట ప్రేమతోనే కొలువంట రమణ స్వామిని కనమంట నాన్న మాటే వినమంట నాన్న చెప్పిన సత్యమంట ఆత్మను తెలుసుకున్న నాడు జ్ఞాని కాగలడంట గీతలోని మాటంట అది నాన్నగారి నోటంట గీతలోని మాటంట అది నాన్నగారి నోటంట కమ్మని మాటలతో మహా చక్కని సుబ్బులతో కమ్మని మాటలతో మహా చక్కని సుబ్బులతో గీతలోని సారమంతా చెప్పెనంట నానంట గీతలోని మాటంట అది నాన్నగారి నోటంట నాన్నగారి నోటంట నాన్నగారి నోటంట